Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer and Mystic Quest enthusiast. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer. Tonight, we bring you round 2 from the SGL 2023 Mystic Quest Rando Tournament between one Chanigan and one Farfelu. These runners advanced from round 1 with their victories. Farfelu over won Hatox, and Chanigan defeated me on his way to this round. I'm super hyped to see this matchup tonight. We're going to see some high quality play. Both of these runners have been practicing a lot, and it definitely shows. A quick rundown of our flag set this evening. Our logic is standard. Our original chests include NPCs are prioritized, battlefields are prioritized. We're going to be saving all the crystals tonight for requirement. Our enemy density is 50%, meaning only 50% of the vanilla enemies are going to be appearing on screen. Our enemy scaling is 50% to 125%. Our boss's scaling is 100% to 150%. And our enemizer attacks are simple shuffle this evening. And we are out the gate, and it looks like we have a Cupid locket early. That's going to offer some nice resistances. Like we also had a magic mirror picked up there. That's going to make the ice pyramid a little more easy to navigate, as you're going to be able to see the enemies there. It appears the tree wither was also attained. We're going to be picking up Kaylee immediately. The runners gotta love that. They won't have to come back for this check. And we have discovered a night sword in one of the houses in Foresta. And was that an exit spell that I saw there? The items are coming in fast and furious. It was an exit spell. That's going to save a lot of time, as these runners will be using that exit spell to save them from having to walk out of many different locations. Absolutely loaded in Foresta, as Wildham notes in the chat this evening. Thank you, Wildham, for joining us. He will be your tracker and our restreamer tonight. We're counting the Minotaur fight. Looks like Chanigan had a miss there. That can happen early. The Night Sword does offer an additional 5 speed while equipped, however, so that could be useful at different points in the run. Chanigan through the Minotaur quickly and picks up a sand coin. That will open up some checks in the Aquaria region. Now heading into Sand Temple, undoubtedly to recruit Tristan. Tristan is a capable ally at this point in the run, can do quite a bit for you in this region of the map. We're heading over to a battlefield here. Looks like it's 1 of 1. That's what you kind of want to see. Get some early levels here. Pick up the item. Our battlefields are color-coded, so they will reveal the item that is available, as you will know it from the blue battlefield. The green battlefield will give you a gold reward, and a gray battlefield will give you an experience reward. And it looks like the Thunder Rock was obtained there. That is a required item, so that's one off the list. Looks like there was a magic ring picked up there by Chanigan in the Bone Dungeon. Seeing as we already have the Cupid locket, that's not that great of a find. And there's the charm. So here's the multi-key has been found. That's going to open up a check for you in Fireburg and Pit. So pretty fast and free to start here. The items are coming in quite a bit. We are off and running. farfelu now coming into the focus tower, picks up Blizzard. Blizzard, kind of an underrated spell, has its uses, especially in Pazuzu's tower. Against the mana core enemies, you can one-shot them. And we find a Venus key on the second floor through the sand coin path with farfelu. That's going to open up the mysterious Venus key chest. That will also open up another chest that's locked by that key at Spencer's place. Quick battlefield there for farfelu as they're going to do the Liber Temple check. A life spell. There's a big find there. The life spell does so much for you against bosses, especially when you are trying to save time. Like, both runners are going to high-five at this next battlefield here. There is an item to be found here. farfelu opting for fire as Chanigan is using thunder to dispatch the enemies. You're trying to save time, you're not really worried about seeds at this point and restoring Phoebe's magic, other than at the end. You just want to save as much time as possible. Anything that can be one-shot should be one-shot by any means possible. And we find ourselves a cat claw. That opens up quite a bit now, as any type of claw wall that we can climb is accessible. We've got another blue battlefield that is west of the Wintry Cave here. This one is 3 of 3. They could roll anywhere from 1 to 5 with this flag set. We see farfelu with a 2-level difference, or just 1 now, as Chanigan just leveled up. You have to be routing out encounters very specifically to compete in this level of the tournament. All of these runners are just so good. So the water hags are being dispatched from this battlefield rather quickly. It's going to be either desert hags, not water hags. There is a difference. The water hags are quite a bit stronger. And a steel sword, so having the knight sword already, not the best find there. Did get some golden experience out of it, however. And it looks like we have a heal spell from Phoebe at her designated item location. So the randomizer will shuffle an item to NPC checks, or excuse me, rather ally checks. Ruben has one at the mine, Phoebe has one here in the Wintry Cave, and as we saw earlier, Kaylee will reward you with one. Kaylee can also reward you with another one once you give her the elixir, and that will be in the Windia Inn. I did not see what the vendor item was there in Fireberg. It was very quick. It is a Quake book, thank you, Wellham. Not overly valuable, certainly not worth 500 GP in my estimation. And Tristan's going to give up the Arrow book. That's a very versatile spell, has a lot of utility, and does the best damage you can get in the black class of magic. And we have a Sun Coin picked up from the multi-key check in the pit, so that opens up the entire Windia area now. Like we have some money battlefields over here in the volcano area. Chanigan has opted to go for the Liber Cave check and is battling the Squidite. This would be the vanilla Libra crest. It can potentially be a required item here, as Farfelu is moving on to another encounter battlefield. Not the swiftest of boss fights here against this enemy for Chanigan. Only level 7. We find a flare book. Excuse me, I believe it's called something else in this. But yes, flare is a huge find. It does a lot of damage. It does have a fire element, and some enemies are resistant to that. But even those with resistance are still taking so much damage it rarely matters. Farfelu now picking up some seeds. Looks like he will pick up 7 of them. I think that's a safe number at this point. And again, using that exit spell to get out of there quickly. Farfelu checking the Gemini Crest orb. Uses the exit spell to navigate out and is now moving through the ice. This is a veteran move here by Farfelu. Really clever maneuver right there. This area would normally be inaccessible. Having knowledge of crests and warp points proving to be very good here as the Moon Helm is acquired from the vendor. Farfelu back into the focus tower now. Looks like they're going to be heading through the Sun Coin door. Chanigan recruiting Ruben. And Farfelu has also recruited Ruben. Checking the vendor item, and Windia is the Wake Water. That's going to open up a couple check for us in the Aquaria area. Turning in the Thunder Rock now. Picking up Phoebe too, a very valuable ally. She has, as we know from vanilla, a very powerful spell set and high resistances, high stats. Farfelu being thorough and checking this house basement in Windia. There can be a required box that shuffles there. As Chanigan is now making his way through the Sun Coin door, and we have another high five. Farfelu wants that Wake Water turn in. Or no, possibly not. Going to the Ice Pyramid. There are a lot of checks in here. We don't have bombs at this point yet for Farfelu, I don't believe. And that Mega Grenade was picked up at the rope bridge for Chanigan. Thank you, Seiko. I'm having a bit of a choppy stream here at times, so any help from the chat is appreciated. Thank you so much. And again, now checking the Alive Forest. Passing through the Gemini Crest Warp, farfelu continuing through the Ice Pyramid, who will undoubtedly try to finish here if they do find bombs here. There is the elixir on the first floor of the giant tree. Looks like that will be as far as Chanigan will go there. Instantly back to give it to Kaylee. And it appears that the river coin has been discovered by farfelu in the Ice Pyramid. And again, now heading into the Bone Dungeon. Probably looking to finish up here. So equipment-wise, we have fire resistance. And the Cupid Locket, I believe, offers us Paralyze and Confuse resistance. Ice Golem will probably be not much of a factor for either of these runners when they do get there. Mega Grenade's really good find as well. They won't miss, so they're guaranteed to do damage over AoE. That's always something that's reliable and you can go to. And a Firebook was discovered there. And farfelu is out of the Ice Pyramid after that Firebook find and right back in. Probably will be navigating the other routes here. Magic Ring discovered. We have seeds in an almost vanilla chest by Chanigan. No red boxes behind Old Redbone tonight. farfelu now turning in the Rake Water. This will melt the ice and give you a check in Spencer's place below Phoebe's house. And with the Venus Key, that's actually going to be 2 checks. Flamer's Rex, no match for Chanigan's power at this point. The Earth Crystal has been restored and shine once again. The people of Foresta are saved from their aging. And we have an Apollo Helm and an Aegis Shield. 2 top-tier armor items at this check, and an additional item, which was a Thunder Spell. So 3 checks there in Spencer's place. The armor, most significant. The Aegis Shield is what you want to have against the Dark King, because of that gold web attack that has Petrify. Can cause a lot of problems without the Aegis Shield. And again, checking Windhole Temple, there is a check in there. Very good use of the exit spell thus far by both of these runners, including some really clever uses, knowing locations and that they can save a lot of time. farfelu is now headed into the Lava Dome. There are a lot of checks in the Lava Dome. Still does not have bombs at this point. That's going to limit a couple of those checks. It looks like the Meteor spell was on the 2nd floor of the Windia Inn. Meteor spell most notably effective against the Twin Head Hydra. Dual Head Hydra, excuse me. And Twin Head Wyvern. Chanigan has released Captain Mac's ship, having that Mega Grenade. Picks up that trifecta of items there, right next to Spencer. is trying to make the check here. You have to bomb that. Unless you have the Mobius Crest, you can warp over there and see what that item is. You cannot see the item through the Libra Crest warp. And there's a battle axe laying in a chest in the lava dome. It did not take long for these runners to start diverging. Looks like Chanigan will now head to the Ice Pyramid. They can finish the Ice Pyramid here, so most likely committing at this point. You're now 20 minutes into this race. It's time you start thinking about your first couple of crystals here. The Gaia armor was in the Ice Pyramid. That's a huge find. It has just been fast and furious with these items, people. Holy crap. And there's another red box on farfelu screen. There is the Dragon Claw. That will be required. And that is an easy check in the lava dome. Dragon Claw unique in that it can one-shot enemies with its petrification status effect. Also used to help you navigate over certain floors in the giant tree and other areas of the game. We have a red box here in the lava dome on farfelu screen. So looking at what is left for our go mode, the Mobius Crest will be required. I don't believe we have found the Captain's Cap yet, so that is required. And speaking of that Mobius Crest, there it is. That's also in the lava dome. A big find for farfelu there. Old man in level 4 had Captain Cap. Thank you. Again, it was all happening so quickly there. I would say it's been a giving seed thus far. Unbecoming of Azar production. Potential jet seed. So yeah, with the cap, the Mobius Crest, Dragon's Claw, a sword, Thunder Rock. I believe that farfelu is in go mode. And a very early go mode. Mega Grenades, that's right. That is correct. We do need Mega Grenades. Thank you, Wildham. That is really the striking difference, I believe, right now in this race. Chanigan has those Mega Grenades, and farfelu does not. That could influence, you know, them possibly dipping Giant Tree or Mount Gale, perhaps. You have the Dragon Claw. As Chanigan engages the Ice Golem. Using those Mega Grenades and the reliable damage, he'd be dealing out 1900 damage on those white casts. This will not be a long fight. We have another boss approaching on farfelu screen. The dual head Hydra. With fire protection, this should be a relatively smooth fight. Granted, Phoebe does not have that fire protection, but she does have a lot of HP and max HP. Chanigan through no problem. The water crystal has been restored. The ice will finally thaw, and the people of Aquaria are saved. Chanigan picking up that fire book and then exiting out of the ice pyramid. Going to check into the falls basin here. Has to take that encounter there to get the push that they want. Very adept knowledge of the falls basin puzzle here. There's several different routes you can take. I usually take the 3-pillar route, but it appears that I've just been educated on a more efficient route, so well done. As farfelu is through the dual-head Hydra with no problems. The fire crystal is restored. The earthquakes will finally cease. And again, discovering that the ice crab check is not a required item there. It was a quick battle though, so. We have a red box here at the volcano. See, this is one of the difference makers that could be in this race. farfelu digging the volcano, undoubtedly looking for those mega grenades. Chanigan already having access to them. We found a giant's axe, not required, but I believe it will do more damage than the Dragon's Claw. Chanigan now picking up the flare from that battlefield. Also using the genius exit strat here to access areas that would not previously become accessible until you had defeated the ice golem. And we find a bomb in the Venus Key chest in the focus tower. We're making another seed pickup here, knowing that they've already checked their vendor items. No brainer to pick up as many as you can. We'll be taking the Mobius Crest toward Windia. And we are into Pazuzu's tower. Opt to skip on the Norma check. We have a red box here at Pazuzu's tower. There's 3 enemies blocking it. This could be a factor. Mega Grenades quickly proving to be the potential story of this seed. Chanigan is done in Firebird. Exiting out and heading toward the mine. They don't have Riven with them. Are plowing through these encounters. We find a mask also in Pazuzu's tower. Nothing from the mine as of yet. Our difference right now appears to be go mode items. farfelu needs the Mega Grenade and Chanigan needs the Mobius Crest. We know that that Mobius Crest is in the Lava Dome, We know that the Mega Grenade was at the rope bridge, which can be a check that can be easily overlooked. Farfelu now to the 6th floor. Quickly navigating through Pazuzu's tower. Like we have a Pazuzu spotted on the 5th floor. Chanigan throwing meteors at this Jin. No match for Phoebe's magic, however, at this point. And nothing but brown boxes here. We'll be able to do the Aryan check because he has the Mega Grenades. Farfelu has exited out of Pazuzu's tower after a dip. Still seeking those bombs. We've seen them at 2 locations, one being the rope bridge, the other being the Venus key chest in the focus tower. Farfelu now taking Ruben, most likely will be headed to the mine. Wow, this is really something to watch now. I love how this race is developing right here. Farfelu opting to go straight to the Jin. We know that that's the right move. He doesn't know that. That is a potential scenario, yeah. Could very well be Seiko. You can only wonder what's going through the runners' minds at this point. There's so much pressure in the race. You're in the 2nd round of the tournament now. You know that your opponent is not going to make many mistakes at all, if any. As Chanigan has sniffed out that chest and has Dragon Claw, that was also one of the required items that was needed for him. Gotta feel good about that. We know that this lava dome is loaded. Having the Mega Grenades, Chanigan may opt to do the Western check in this room. As we see the Excalibur was the item from Ruben. Interesting. Chanigan did the mine, but did not have the means to attain that Excalibur. The means being having Ruben in your party. And does elect to do the Western check here. Farfelu now recruiting Phoebe too. Going to check the Kaij Temple. Nothing of note through that route. Going to the Live Force before the rope bridge check. Interesting. Nothing through the first ward. Nothing from the Lever Crest Warp, and it does not appear there was anything from the Western check on this floor of the Lava Dome also. And again, heading toward the switch now that unlocks the door to the dual head Hydra. Farfelu will head into the giant tree. How deep will he dig? Finds that elixir. If we have Mod Wildham available, if you would be so kind, sir, to address the chat and our visitor. Thank you so much, and Farfelu is digging deeper into this giant tree. This bomb check is continuing to elude him, and with each moment that passes, Chanigan, I feel, is getting closer and closer to taking a lead. Sees that chest here on the lava dome. Does not know it's the Mobius crest check yet, but it's going to be undoubtedly relieved when they discover that it is that. Looking at levels, Farfelu with a 2-level advantage currently. Does not really mean that much in the greater scenario of things. And now a 3-level lead. That's one potential difference, that doing these extra checks, taking the extra encounters that entail making these checks could be as a factor late, is the level. Chanigan has entered Go mode. And we are now at the 36.5-minute mark. We'll see how much longer it will take Farfelu to get to that point. And thinking about a crystal lead at this point, both owners still have to defeat Pazuzu. I believe after Chanigan defeats the dual head here, all they will have left is Pazuzu. Counter stacking up more here for Farfelu as he reaches the top floor, discovers there's no red boxes here. Farfelu may still have the Skullrus check, or the Flamerus check, excuse me. Okay, so heading there now, as Chanigan engages the dual head. This race is heating up. Did not check the rope bridge. We know that there's that mega grenade there. Opting for the Kaylee check here. Wow, this is really becoming something now. Still skipping the rope bridge, oh no! Go back! We must go back! Picking up Phoebe 2. We'll check the Kaylee item here on the top floor. And she has Meteor. Will we see a Mount Gale dip? It looks like we are going to see a Mount Gale dip. And there is a red box there. Oh no! It could potentially be the Jumbo Bomb. Also, Farfelu undoubtedly has to defeat the Ice Golem as well, because they have not found bombs yet. So I'd almost forgotten that. The dual head Hydra is down. And Farfelu is out of the lava dome. Excuse me, Chanigan is out of the lava dome. Like he's gonna pick up some more seeds here. From the Fireberg Hotel. Looks like Farfelu is going to fight Dullahan. This can be a lengthy battle. We have the heal spell, that's a potential strat that can be used, but at these levels I think probably best to just try and power through. Chanigan is heading into Pazuzu's tower, sees that red box and has no interest in it. It's pedal to the metal time. Dullahan went for the Doom Dance there. Farfelu survived it. Level could be a factor, opting not to take encounters here. I think we saw Pazuzu on the 5th floor. And yes. As I recall in Vanilla, 5th floor is not the floor you want to find him on. 6th floor is optimal. Farfelu through Dullahan discovers that there's another brown box there. I wonder if he's just forgotten the rope bridge or Venus key chest? Going to the rope bridge, okay. Undoubtedly he's going to like what he finds here, but is not going to like how long it took to find it. Although it's better than finding the bomb, so we'll save time on that point. Thinks about heading back to Windia and then turns around, going back to the focus tower. As Chanigan is battling some of these troublesome enemies in Pazuzu's tower. 5th floor is 2nd slowest, thank you. Farfelu now into the Bone Dungeon. Having entered Go Mode. Yeah, Go Mode came around the 42-minute mark. That's about an 8-minute advantage on Chanigan for Go Mode. For Chanigan, excuse me, not on Chanigan. Looks like Chanigan was able to reach level 17. Will he try for 18 potentially? We have options here. You might have a couple options at max ship. Making sure that he saves and gets everybody cured and seeded up before the fight. Here we go. What kind of bird will we get tonight? Will we get a jerk bird or will we get a good bird? Farfelu has engaged Flameless Rex and is down with one cast of that life spell. If you have the life spell and someone with a high magic rating, that's all it takes for that fight. It could save quite a bit of time. Chanigan reviving. Things to look for in the Pazuzu battle. Obviously, you want to stay looking out for the Psych Shield, which we just used. When that's up, he will reflect any magic, so you have to make sure you're doing physical damage or healing or some type of other action. Oh no, was that a crit? I think that might have been a crit. Chanigan in trouble here. Did the right thing, switched to the sword for the extra speed, but did not get the life spell, and... oh no! Jerkbird. Costly wipe there for Chanigan. Not much that could be done about it, aside from completely defensive strats. It was definitely a better move switching to the sword there. Sometimes that 5 speed can make all the difference in getting the initiative. You'll only get that with the Knight Sword of the Excalibur. The Steel Sword will not offer that stat bonus. We enter Psych Shield round 2, Chanigan versus Pazuzu. Having the Gaia armor here is really good, as you have wind resistance. And goes with the auto strat, revives. Good play. In boss encounters like this, there are just completely different dimensions to strategies, as opposed to playing vanilla. You've got your defense strats, you've got your auto strats, knowing the enemy's agility, knowing your agility, your partner's agility, knowing resistances. It's one of the best parts of this randomizer, in my humble opinion. Farfelu now bombing down the ice pyramid, headed to the ice golem. Chanigan getting a critical hit with the dragon claw there. Every bit of damage counts here. Auto strat that turn, going with the cure. Back to manual strats for an offensive turn. Knowing that the Psych Shield is coming, going for another offensive turn. Going with the cure strat that round, which proved to be the right play. Another critical hit there from the Dragon Claw, as Farfelu has the Ice Golem down. The Water Crystal has been restored on his end. Needing only Pazuzu now. As Chanigan has Pazuzu down to the last phase. Got to be really careful here. I would probably go a little defensive. And he does appear to be doing that. But the sky attack, not what you want to see. Is able to revive though. Going defense strats. Does not want to wipe at this point. Moon Dance could be a factor. Stonebeak could also be a factor if Phoebe gets hit with it. Oh no, there's the crit, but should be enough to get through. Nice. Heart was probably racing on that crit. So one wipe to Pazuzu, but otherwise well played there by Chanigan. I think he did get level 18 as well from that. Okay, yeah, 720 HP. Like mine for Chanigan, we'll call it the 50-minute mark. That is truly phenomenal. Sub-hour Doom Castle is a well-played run. Again, a testament to the level of competition that's going on in this tournament right now. These runners have practiced, they know the game, they know a lot of the more obscure factors in the game. And as we have witnessed this evening, these strategies are paramount in speedrunning, saving time. Really like the exit from the Gemini Crest warp into the ice area, knowing that they can navigate there, getting to that battlefield there. And it looks like Chanigan is taking some encounters here in Max Ship as they are presenting themselves. Opportunity is knocking. Gets to level 19. farfelu has engaged Pazuzu. We'll see how his fight goes. farfelu, a veteran runner of the vanilla game, knows these boss battles in and out. Will undoubtedly play very well. And that's true. A good note by Bubba the Scrub here in the chat is that Pazuzu's tower is not the same thing in Randomizer, as your enemy placement will undoubtedly give you a much less taxing route on your way, with less encounters to Pazuzu. Chanigan has entered the Doom Castle, we'll say the 52-minute mark. Has the resistances that you need for this fight. You never know though, one wipe could be all the difference here, as farfelu is quickly getting through this Pazuzu fight and has a level advantage. Alright, Dark King, here we go. Phase 1 is usually not much to be concerned about. Often the Dark King will use those spark attacks that are not a major factor as you're not physically attacking. The spark attack actually lowers your attack, I believe. If you are concerned about it, you can use the refresher item to restore that, but it's very uncommon to see it used in this flag set. Another notable difference is farfelu is going to have an extra charge of that flare spell, having 5 charges, where I believe Chanigan will only have 4 at level 19. And is on to phase 2. Attacks to look out for on this phase are the Thunder Saber, which can do over 800 damage, the Cure Bow, which will cure the Dark King for 1000 HP, and can incidentally also trigger Dark King into his 3rd phase without even attacking him, as we see the Cure Bow is used there. Farfelu going at the life strat on Phoebe. Has Pazuzu down to the last phase. Playing aggressive with the arrow spell. And Pazuzu's down. Well played. No wipe there for Farfelu. This is still anyone's race, as we see a blizzard spell going out from Phoebe. Chanigan in a little bit of trouble here. Kind of low on HP, and we're coming into the third phase. Plays defensive. I think that's the right move right here. Farfelu is now out of Pazuzu's tower, on their way to Captain Mac's ship dock. Mega Flare, not that much of a threat as Chanigan has fire resistance. Gets Gold Web, but is prepared for it, has the auto strat ready to go. There's another flare. Has the cure. Well played. Mega White coming out. Dark King cooperating thus far. Can be such a nerve-wracking battle. Auto strat for the life spell. Switching back to manual. Making very good use of the defense strats here. Phoebe takes the silver web, is confused. Looks like she did come out of it though, is poisoned. Very fortunate there that she came out of that confusion. Farfelu now making their way up the Doom Castle. Chanigan plays this round, elects to go auto. Life spell from Phoebe. And Farfelu has engaged the Dark King at the just under the 58-minute mark. Both runners now in the final battle. Could still go either way. All it takes is one bad turn. Chanigan getting laser, but has the preemptive life ready to go on the auto. I'm on the edge of my seat, folks. Anyone could take this. This is game 1 of 3. Chanigan now into the final phase. Silver Web has the auto strat ready to go. Can dish out another offensive round. And has it. GG Chanigan. Sub-hour official time of pulling up that official time now. Welcome into the chat and GG.
Thank you.
Let's talk nerves.
First sub-hour, let's go.
Were you feeling the nerves there?
Oh yes, for sure. Farfelu's an amazing runner, and I knew he was. If he wasn't ahead of me, he was right behind me. So I was just very carefully doing my inputs just to be sure to not mess up. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that game one.
Played very well. Wow, just the items were fast and furious early.
Oh man,
That official time is 58:44.
yeah, that seed was quick. The early game was just nuts. I'm like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3 chests. Oh damn, hey, that's pretty good. Then 4, 5. What? What's going on? Almost in go mode for the first 1 minute of the game. I'm like, Jesus, please calm down.
It kept us here on the commentary and on the tracking side very busy early as we were trying
Oh
to
yeah,
the chat was definitely helping.
yeah, for sure.
So let's talk a bit about that Mega Grenade.
Oh,
It turned out that your opponent actually did not get that Mega Grenade until very late.
yeah, that's unfortunate. I gambled on checking the bridge early, and it really paid off.
Oh no, it looks like farfelu did take a wipe to the Dark King on stream, excuse me. Got gold web there. GG to you, farfelu, well played.
Yeah, GG Farfelu, for real, is one hell of an opponent. He's the one that kicked me out of SGL last year, so, and he's the winner of the last year's SGL, so got a bit of revenge I need to take on him.
There's a very strong showing from you both. It was neck and neck early. farfelu kind of took a lead, but as the race developed more and more and that Mega Grenade became more and more of a story, we discovered that the rope bridge did not get checked until, I believe, until your opponent was nearly in go mode at that point, and everything else except that Mega Grenade. And we were wondering, given what we had seen, that there was another bomb location at the Venus key chest in the focus tower.
Yeah, I think was it the normal bombs that were there, or was it just a sword?
It was a tier 1 bomb.
A tier 1 bomb, okay. I'm happy. That was a good seed. It's rare that everything goes so smoothly. Pazuzu was a jerk, as always.
Yeah, talk us through that fight a little bit. Not the friendliest bird today.
Yeah. I had to take it slow, as always. Pazuzu is, I think, the final boss. Only because of the tower, and I still have issues with doing the tower, so I'm pretty happy. I figured it out pretty quickly.
I want to reference for sure a genius strat by you both, knowing that using the Gemini crest you can warp to that temple and exit out and have access to that frozen area.
Mm-hmm.
Just a genius play from you both. I was not even sure that play was legitimate or not. I seen that it was. We love to see things like that here on the booth and in the chat. Well played there.
Yeah, the as far as I'm aware, the only I don't want to say glitch in the game, but that's still in the randomizer. But it's a nifty trick.
So you're going up 1-0. It's got to feel pretty good, especially considering you have now a win over the previous champion.
Yeah.
Any window on when the next matchup may occur?
No clue. I'll DM him later tonight, because I know my weekend is pretty busy, and I have a Final Fantasy randomizer match tomorrow or Thursday. No, Thursday. So we'll see. Maybe Friday. Yeah.
Lots of competition. We'd love to see it here. Final Fantasy Randomizer. Thank you so much for hosting us this evening. I'm going to check in real quick to see if we can get farfelu in the booth, or if they have opted to decline for a interview.
Yeah, no, Farfelu had it to go.
Okay. Well, with that said, I think we can move on to some closing thoughts here. Tell us your thoughts moving forward from here, and how confident you feel in possibly going 2-0.
I just want to say first, thank you, Xar, for jumping in the booth, doing a fantastic job. I'm sure I'll be sure to rewatch it. Thank you, Warlem, again for streaming and tracking. thank you FFR for lending us their channel, and yeah, for real, that was a great seed. I'm pretty hyped for the rest of the match. Farfelu is an amazing runner, so pretty hype for the rest.
Awesome, love to hear it. Hyped as well. We hope to see more action here from Mystic Quest on the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel, and be sure to tune in to that match, as Chanigan said. Good luck to you in the upcoming FFR tournament. I'd just like to echo his sentiment and thanking everyone for joining us this evening. Thank you, FR, for hosting us tonight. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting this event, Wildham for tracking, and also all the wonderful work that's been done on this randomizer by Wildham and the dev crew. Cannot thank them enough. It's such an enjoyable thing to watch and play and learn and interact with the community. We got a great community over at Discord. Come on in, check us out over there. It's a really fun randomizer to learn. There are flag sets for any skill level. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching. We hope to see you back here again soon. GG to our runners, and may the crystals shine. Good night, everybody.